Stock Subaru life, baby. Stock Subaru life. I need coilovers. Real bad. So I'm trying to finish up the bodywork as quickly but as best as I can. I'm being probably overly particular about this spot, but this is where we welded the two quarter panels together. That's a quarter panel from another Subaru. This is the C-pillar from the original car. I'm trying to make this as smooth as possible, and like I keep feeling these kind of uneven, rough surfaces. Also, you like my pink gloves? Pretty lit, huh? I'm just trying to make it really smooth. I feel some low areas down here. I'm using some 80 grit to really clear up this Bondo. But then I think this right here is 180, and that's gonna be more of a smoothing thing. And you wanna get a long block so that you can kind of flow with the car. So I'm gonna do one or two more goes with this, and I think I'm actually getting kind of close. I need to remove some of these like little cracks and bubbles from the Bondo, but filler primer will probably help out a little bit with that. Pretty close. I'm gonna give it a rest for a little while. I have a lot more to do on the car. I need to finish sanding the roof, and I have a little bit of work to do on these flares. Because the car was in a wreck, there's some problems down here, like where that rocker panel, that rocker thing goes. And this needs to be, I just need to do a little bit of work to the body kit to make it fit correctly. So I'm gonna have to file this down a little bit and shave it down and make it smooth and stuff like that. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to fill the back part of it with some kitty hair, basically just more fiberglass, to give it some extra fiberglass behind it. So I'll end up basically reshaping this one. The other side needs it a little bit as well, because the other side is pretty dented. And then need to wet sand a few more spots, Bondo a few more spots, wet sand the wing, and basically just go over the car and make sure everything that I did before, because I've sanded the whole car. I need to Bondo a few things, but I need to make sure like little rough spots like that, because the car's been sanded for so long. Need to make sure those are gone. Just doing as much body work as possible today. My goal is to, even though we're literally moving this weekend, my goal is to have this car pretty much ready for paint by the middle of next week. Or end? So all I gotta do is I gotta make sure that little spots like, see these little teeny tiny flakes in the clear coat? I have to make sure those are all the way gone. Like these edges like this right here, those gotta be gone. Because someday, those are gonna start peeling up, whether there's paint and primer over it or not. So, gotta get these gone. I figured I'd take the hood scoop out. Actually, it looks kinda cool like this. Figured I'd take that off, give me some more room, and finish the sanding. Gotta do this for sure. But the roof is the worst part. Like, damn, look at this. Look at that. Terrible. Right, so far today, we've done this. That's about as smooth as it's gonna get. I like the way it feels. It's not gonna get too much better. I mean, it was a crashed car. Still good. I have sanded the hood, which was a really bad part of the car. Went back through and touched up all the rusty spots. And then the roof. The roof is now pretty much safe. To paint, I'll probably go over and do like a wet sand and make sure everything is good. The base is pretty decent at this point. I'll have to obviously wet sand the new door. Still need to fix the new door, but I'm getting a dent guy to come out. I gotta wet sand this, wet sand the new trunk, the bumper, obviously get the X's and crap off of here. Got a few other things to patch up, but the biggest thing now is to go ahead and do a little bit of altercation on the body kit. Also, something I've been thinking about is possibly doing this, cutting out more stuff and actually like leaving it open instead of having a hood scoop. I know hood scoops are so common on these, and I just think some people kind of like, that's how people, I guess, recognize the WRX, but I think it might be kind of cool if I do a little bit of fabrication, cut the tabs out, put like a liner around it so it makes it look clean, and just have like an open, because I mean it doesn't matter if water gets in here, there's literally nothing that can really get damaged. It's the exhaust or something. I can always like cover it up, make something, cut some kind of shield, but it might be kind of cool. But anyways, it's pretty much ready for, it's pretty damn close to paint time. I do still need, I don't know why every single time I have somebody that's about to sell me the taillights, always backs out, but I do need actual Blobeye or Hawkeye taillights. I wouldn't mind Hawkeye, I would just paint them red, but do still need taillights. Anyways, the last thing I can do today is get this body kit off, and it's gonna fall. What I'm going to do, so I marked this little area where I basically, I need to cut away and do a lot of cutting. I need to do a lot of cutting in this area so I can open my door. It seems to, just because it was wrecked, I mean, it's a tight fit right now, and you know, that's just part of the deal. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill the back of this. That little corner about right here, with a bunch more fiberglass, basically. So it'll give me a lot left over, and I can just cut away as much as I need to, and it'll end up looking fine. I gotta do that on both sides, and it should be okay. And then I've got a little piece that goes onto the door. I have adjusted the door about as much as I can. I think there's actually something wrong with the door that I was sent, which is kind of a huge bummer because I did pay for this. It was supposed to be this way, but we're gonna have to make it work. So what I bought was some called Dynahair. It's like Bondo, but for fiberglass. Yep. So that's basically Bondo that's stinkier with fiberglass hairs in it. Cool. Well, she ain't pretty, and I forgot I wasn't recording, but stuff is nasty. I'm gonna let that dry and wipe that crap off right there. That's nasty, and then I'll go ahead and do the other one. So I just kind of like stuffed it in here, as you can kind of see. I got a lot left over, so I'm trying to like pack it in really tight so that I have a lot to make it a little heavier, I guess. But so I'm gonna try and scoop it, give myself a lot just in case. I mean, this is probably way more than I need, but rather be safe than sorry. It's not that bad looking, actually. That gives me a couple millimeters. That gives me all the room I'm gonna need. So that's about as far as we're gonna go today. I know this wasn't a lot of progress, but it really was. Sorry, it doesn't seem like it is, but it really was. Next move is to cut the fenders out and get some of this extra metal that I don't need out of here. Really, I just gotta do that, cut the fenders, make sure the wide body fits perfectly, and then we obviously do need to go back through here, and I need to re-weld and tap some of these, not all of them, but I need to re-weld some of these and get that lining stuff back in, but it's not a huge deal. Oh my God, we're so close. As soon as these dry, I mean, I gotta make sure these dry overnight. These are gonna have to dry overnight. I'm still pretty stoked with the progress we made today. The biggest thing, I guess, there's not a whole lot left before it goes into paint. After it gets painted, it's done. It's done. So I'll have a dent guy coming to try and at least get this huge thing out of here. Hopefully we can get that taken care of. If not, Don't want to bond to it, but I will. I love the smell of the 85 so much. Let me talk to you guys. If you guys aren't used to it yet, I do give daily advice at the end of every video. I think that's a good way for me to connect with you guys, and I spend a lot of time in life trying to provide myself with the best possible influences so that I can live out these things that I tell you guys. But I think it's selfish for me to just hide all the things that, you know, help me live a great life. So my advice for you guys today is, I gotta pull it out of the advice bank. Don't get so caught up on dealing with or thinking about the present. You might be going through a really crappy situation or scenario right now, and it might seem like it's the end of the world. But if there's anything I can tell you, even though I'm still young, things change. You have a future. If something terrible is happening right now, it will get better. So do not let a small speed bump force you to quit driving. That is my advice for you today. Don't let a small speed bump make you quit driving. There is a future, there is a road ahead, and it will get better. And I want to encourage you guys with that. We're possibly closing on the house tomorrow, so don't know about the vlog. But buying a house, boys. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey, 2 videos, baby. God, those videos are so good. There's one sitting right in front of you, dude. If you haven't seen those videos, you make sure you watch them. If you've already watched them, thanks, but you should probably watch them again. Don't go to another channel. Keep watching.